If you are fond of watching non-linear movies, then you must have watched at least one of the Christopher Nolan's movies. And today I'll be talking about him and why he qualifies as an auteur. So before moving on, let's first be clear what qualifies a filmmaker as an auteur. Auteur is a word that describes distinct and unique style of directing of a film by a director. Its theory states that each movie is unique to its director and has unique items that describes his or her directing. That includes camera placement, lighting, plot length, and so on. Nolan movies follow a circular pattern that leads the audience to think or imagine their own ending. That means everything comes back in circle.
Yeah, dots and dashes used.
I know what Morse code is, Murph. I just don't think your bookshelf's trying to talk to you.
It was you. You were my ghost.
One of the reasons Nolan's movies are so unique is he often disguises story clues inside an important cinematic device known as motif. It is a repeated pattern used to support the theme of a film, like for instance, the totems in Inception that represent reality.
So, a totem. You need a small object, potentially heavy, something you can have on you all the time.
These items may seem symbolic, and they are, but Nolan takes it a step further by using these motifs as a plot device, or let's say character device or theme device, and in some rare cases as a device for representing a setting. Christopher Nolan looks at the circular concepts of time and space. His films like Inception and Interstellar are riddled with physics and Jungian concepts. He often makes his film in his own imagination with a little bit of tweak in the principle of real world and physics. Nolan structures his stories in a very mathematical, in a geometrical point of view, with lots of diagrams, and then writes it in the same order the audience is gonna watch it. He hopes to create a more cohesive and organic rhythm of the story. Also, we can find Nolan working with similar individuals in Stephen Rock, Christian Bale, and Tom Hardy are some of them, including Michael Caine, who seems to play an old wise character that sort of guides the protagonist in almost every film. Nolan's movie mostly had some cross-cutting, that is parallel editing. For example, in Inception, we are swirling in various levels of dream consciousness, all of which have different roles. Each parallel are taking place at different speed, but Nolan is able to keep us engaged in both scenes with its powerful display of cross-cutting. As each scene unfolds, suspense increases until final moment when both settings come together. This is the point where audience is met with single conclusion of these parallel conflicts. And with this comes another technique of Nolan, using flashbacks and flash forwards. Here in this scene of Inception, this flashback gives the audience a brief past on the main character. It allows us how Cobb's wife died seeking for reality and why he was not able to see children after.
If I'll go without you, they'll take them away anyway.
What does that mean?
I filed a letter with our attorney, explaining how I'm fearful for my safety.
If we were to draw a Nolan story diagram, it would look something like this.
Best way to draw it is as a hairpin, like that. That's basically the end of the movie.
And finally, where the beginning and ending of the movie share something identical, the Nolan's way of book ending, or let's say ending his film. Normal film follows three acts of film, but the way Nolan ends his film is he confuses our mind where we think a new act is formed at the end of Act 3 that leads to a weak ending of a film, which helps audience to force their own opinion on the ending of a film.
She's out there.
Remember, everything comes back full circle.